Yo guys, welcome to King Plays. This is King and welcome to a brand new H1Z1 video. Guys, welcome to the video and I hope you guys are all doing very well. In this video we're going to be talking about cars in H1Z1, all of the car spawns in Pleasant Valley, just generally a few tips and tricks and just info about cars in general in H1Z1. So first of all guys, if you do enjoy the video, as always, you know, do some stuff with that like button. So I'm pretty sure PV is in the safe zone. Last time I tried to record this I got stuck in the gas. And instead of uploading a video of me driving around in the gas, talking about car spawns, decided just to re-record this and hopefully we don't get stuck in the gas. The goal for this video is to basically cover these 4 squares surrounding PV. But we're actually going to start out here, which is just slightly outside PV. So this gas station right here, as you guys can see on the map, it's this gas station sort of east of PV. There does be a cop car spawn here sometimes. This actually can be a pretty decent spot to get a car. Not a lot of people spawn here. And as you guys can see, you can get fuel from the gas pumps. So if you're in H1Z1, this video is more for PlayStation 4 players, by the way. If you're, you know, near the gas pumps and you're running out of fuel, definitely try to stop by a gas station on the map and pick up a fuel can or two and they'll sort you out. Another place you guys can get fuel is also in airdrops, which you guys can hear coming in. I believe there's going to be like 30 airdrops per match in PlayStation, so it's going to be a bit different. Now, another use for biofuel, apart from obviously fueling up your car, it fuels your car up by 25%. You can actually make a bomb out of it, so what you can do is basically if you're playing squads or duos, you can bait a team, like one person would drive in and, you know, bait them to chase, and then somebody be waiting after shooting the bio bomb 4 times. On the 5th shot, you can basically just insta-kill a car. So it's definitely worth considering. If you guys are fighting against people in cars, we're going to talk a little bit about, like, you know, which cars are best and all that kind of stuff, and like which kind of abilities cars have and everything, so we will get into that. If you're fighting against cars in the game, when you're using an AK-47, an AR, or like just an assault rifle, it does about 1.5% damage per shot. So we're going to shoot this twice. As you can see, it's now 97 HP. 96. This should put it down to 95. Or 94 even. There you go. So it does, you know, about 3% for every 2 shots, you could say, or 1.5% per shot. If you use a Magnum, however, it does 8 damage per bullet. So I'll just show you guys here. Alright, as you can see, we're now down from 94 to 86. Definitely worth keeping in mind that the Magnum is very useful. I just realised that I'm an idiot and I'm not in the safe zone, so I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible. We've got very little time to actually do this. So I'm going to just kind of drive around as quick as I can. So coming into PV here, you guys seen me spawn over to the left over there to get this truck spawn in that car park over there. If you were to come in at the side of PV, right here where this truck is, or this van, is actually another truck spawn. Moving on in here a little bit. At the police department, there's a plethora of police cars. There's like 3 police car spawns, 1 out the front, and 2 out the back here if you do spawn around here. Now coming to this area of the map, as you guys can see, outside of Jane's Diner there is a cop car, which I'm going to go ahead and take. Now the only advantage with really taking a truck in H1Z1 is the fact that it can drive through items really quickly, so whenever you drive through a fence with a police car, it slows your car down a little bit. The truck does not have that disadvantage, but I recommend staying away from the truck. It's the worst car in the game for sure. But anyway, if you're around this side of PV, this is a Jeep spawn right here. Like I said, I got the truck from over yonder. And also you can get another police car spawn right about here. Right in there, at that gas station. If you decide to spawn down here by this blue diner, Jane's Slop and Biscuits, you can get a Jeep spawn right there. And also, I'm not going to go into the center of the park, but there is an ATV spawn in the center of the park over there. I'm going to miss a car spawn, and I know you guys are going to be triggered, but I'm going to cover most of them here at least. This is a cop car spawn where I'm parked right here. And in here, to the right, behind this tent right here, you can see the ATV there. Right here, you can get a Jeep spawn. And also, opposite, over at this gas station, there is another potential Jeep spawn. So that's pretty much all the Jeep and car spawns around this area. Right here, you can get an ATV beside that warehouse. And as you guys can see, we've got a truck spawn right here. So moving on around, somebody's car I think just blew up, dude. I know I'm definitely going to forget one. I'm definitely going to forget about a car spawn. Maybe, I think that's actually the ATV spawn right there. Beside that warehouse. I think I lied. Right, let's move on in here. This is the dangerous part of PV, to be showing you guys around. Yeah, what up, cop car? I'm just gonna let that guy go. Yeah, you're cool, man. There's a truck spawn right here. Are you gonna chase me? He's probably gonna chase me. That's fine. We're gonna try and slip through here. So right here, you can get another cop car spawn right here. And if you come on up to this other Smedbucks Coffee, truck spawn here, Jeep spawn right here. Alright, I'm getting a little bit pushed for time, so I'm gonna have to try and do this as quickly as I can and not crash into stuff. Let me see, right, that's cool. Beside this office building right here is a cop car spawn right out the front there. And right here you can get a truck. I heard in PlayStation 4 they're going to be increasing car spawns, so that should be interesting. Right here there's a cop car spawn. And just on the end of that road, there's a truck spawn. And then in behind these office buildings, there does be a cop car spawn sometimes. So moving on up here, like I said, there's an ATV in the center of the park somewhere. You can get a Jeep spawn right here. This is an edit. I missed one of the most obvious cop car spawns in the game. There's a cop car spawn right here at the zebra crossing. Alright, so right out of Spores or Coles or Woolies or Sainsbury's or Tesco's or Costco or whatever you want to call it, you can get a cop car spawn right there. And that's pretty much it for PV. I believe I missed a quad spawn like way out there to the south. There's like a trailer behind that wall way out there with an ATV spawn. So yeah, that's pretty much all the cop car spawns and Jeeps and trucks in PV. You can also get a Jeep right here, and right there you can get a cop car. I believe, now this is where my info gets sketchy. I believe there's a Jeep spawn here. I believe there's a truck spawn at that corner house, and maybe an ATV as well. And also I believe that over here you can get a cop car spawn on this row. Looks like we're back in the gas for the video. Unlucky, but I think I've covered most of it. This next residential area, I don't think there is a car spawn. I'm not entirely sure. You'd think that, you know, for a guy who's making a video about it, that I would actually know for certain, but sure. Would you worry? There you go, there's an ATV spawn right there. I believe there might even be a truck spawn up here somewhere as well, my dudes. So that's basically it for PV car spawns. Just wanted to show you guys around. Like I said, in PlayStation 4, it's going to be a bit different. There is going to be more car spawns in that game, just to kind of drive a lot of early action. Driving cars in H1Z1 is extremely important. If you guys have played PUBG, you know that, you know, it's kind of a clunky driving system. As you guys can see, you can jump out of a cop car full speed and not take any damage. So it's really all about kind of jumping out of your car. A pretty common technique with the cop car, to kind of use it as cover, is to do this, and then just swing it. And like, you know, as you can see, you just kind of drift the car in front of you, and it'll provide some cover for you. It's definitely a good idea to head glitch your cop car. Now, as we get it later on into the video, I'll see if I can try to win this game, and we'll do some tips for the end of the match. And I'm also, just while the video is going on, I will just keep talking about, you know, cars in general and stuff like that. So in the last video, just a couple of tips for fighting people in cop cars and stuff like that. People generally will try to, you know, get a horizontal angle. So say for example you're in a cop car. Most people are going to try and fight you like this. So for example, if, let's say this tree right here is your opponent, people will try to fight you like this. It's usually a bad idea to try and fight like this, because you can get shot through the back window while you're crouching. If you know that somebody's behind the window and they're like healing up, just try and fire some shots through that window. Like, if you know that somebody's healing up behind it, just pop some shots for it. You might hit a helmet behind the car. Like I said as well, you can kind of get an idea of where the general head height is from the cop car. If you know that somebody's kind of healing up behind the car, sometimes if you've got a right angle, you can like shoot through this window and kind of catch them like behind the car like this. So it's worth shooting through windows in the cop car sometimes. And like I said, aim for the back of the tire to shoot people's feet. So if you know that somebody's healing up and moving around, just kind of aim about there and try and shoot their feet when they're behind the car. If not, you know, it's always good to chuck a grenade at the car. Grenades just completely decimate cars in this game. And also, like I said, the Magnum does 8% damage. So if somebody's got a 100% cop car, you know, 2 clips of the Magnum's gonna pretty much, you know, leave them feeling pretty bad. It's definitely worth carrying a Magnum, especially in squads and duos. Because if you imagine like 5 people shooting at a car with a Magnum, in the space of no time that thing's blown up, and it's easy multi-kills by doing that, so definitely carrying a Magnum in squads and duos will really help you guys a lot. In solos, it's definitely worth doing so, but not as much so as it is in, like I said, squad games. Alright, we're starting to run out of fuel here. I'm low-key regretting blowing up that bio bomb. Alright, we'll craft some bandages here real quick and heal up. I guess just while I'm driving around, I'll show you guys where stuff spawns too. I mean, it's only meant to be for PV, but I might as well show you guys. Oh, there's a cop car right here. If you ever landed this church, this looks a little bit sketchy, boys. This looks a little bit sketchy. I'm gonna loot this real quick, low-key. As you can see, he's going for the vertical fight. And he's trying to get me, like, to fight him with my car to the back. You see the way he's trying to force that fight? Now that I've got him in this fight, he's gonna move his car. You don't want to peek for too long. Alright, I'm just gonna get out of here, boys. I'm gonna try and get to, like, a top 10. Like I said, I don't want to stick around for too long. If you stand fighting too long, that's gonna happen where you get pinched and stuff. Like I said, he's trying to force the angles. Let's try and blow his car up. He's not gonna like that too much. See, as you can see, I've really just taken his advantage away. Like, he's kind of screwed now. He has to stay by that tree. That guy's gonna get pinched and stuff. He's gonna pop down a smoke. Yeah. Good play by that guy. As you can see, the Magnum, it works wonders. It really, really does. Even in solos, like I said, it's not something that's necessarily used in solos an awful lot. But it can be worthwhile for sure, guys. Gonna go on ahead and make sure he's not getting too much of this action. Now, since I've not really looted up for the match, I'm kind of in a weird spot here. I've only got an MP7 for the end of the match, so I'm gonna have to kill somebody with an MP7. Definitely gonna have to kill somebody with an MP7. So talking about what I think the best car is in H1Z1, for me it's without a shadow of a doubt this police car that you guys see me driving about in. It's good for head glitching the roof. It's got good acceleration. There's a gamer up there. Should I try an MP7 this guy? I think this is my best opportunity. Alright, this is not good. If he persists with this fight, could get myself in trouble here pretty quickly. Let's just try and get away from this guy. Yeah, so the cop car is the fastest car. The ATV is only slightly slower than the cop car. But yeah, this is for sure the quickest one. ATV second fastest. But the ATV, obviously, you're very exposed. It's a very risky vehicle to drive around in. The ATV should only really be used for kind of getting from A to B. I wouldn't use it as a permanent drive around as such. Alright, I know somebody's in here. Hit him with the quick E-NAS. Nice. Just gonna chuck that over there. Some more Magnum ammo. I'm gonna try and get that guy's car. Hopefully it'll be like this in console, but you can store a lot of loot inside the car as well. Each car's got a really high capacity. I don't think it even has a capacity. I think it's just unlimited loot, dude. Yes, this guy he got some good. He had some good for us. Alright, we're in a top 10 situation. Let me see if I can pinch this guy. Nice. Alright, he got destroyed. Alright, so my fault's here now. Basically, you want to try to kind of ride the circle as much as possible at this point. You don't want to be like getting into the center of the circle or anything as much. You want to try and ride it out as much as you possibly can. Let's go ahead and get some stuff. By the way, try to never loot at this point in the match. It's just purely because I was making a video and wasn't looting properly that I'm kind of forced to do this. But ideally, you don't want to be doing this whatsoever. You want to be kind of prepared for the end of the match by now. As you can see, anybody can just pop up. Alright, gotta get out of here. You do not want to be getting stuck in the gas at the end. Look how much damage it's doing. It's doing 4% per tick. So we're gonna move in here. We're in a top 4 situation. Now, whenever it gets to a top 3, that's whenever you can really kind of work things in your favor. If you can let the last 2 people fight each other, like try and kind of ride the circle, if you're not trying to get like both kills or whatever, and let them engage each other first, and then go in for the kill at the end. That can be a really smart way to, you know, just kind of get the jump on the last person who could potentially be weak and stuff like that. Alright. I don't have a shotgun, which is pretty worrying. Didn't really loot very well over there. Alright, sweet. We're gonna put pressure on this guy. He's got a lammy. He's probably got a sniper as well. Or potentially he could have a sniper. He's not happy about that. He's pretty angry with me now. So he's kind of laying off because he knows that I've got a Magnum. So even like if you're not going to fully destroy somebody's car, a Magnum will for sure scare people off. They don't want their car to get destroyed at the end of the match. Now having throwables at the end of the match is going to be key for you guys, because you're going to get a lot of people like this dude who's just in the trees and stuff like that. And sometimes it's hard to dislodge them. As you can see, he's got an ATV. So he's in a pretty vulnerable state right there. I would not have traded that in. That's a pretty bad trade in for him. As you can see, that guy's coming in for the pinch. He's trying to get me in and pinch, you know? So that's basically what you gotta do. Like, if you're gonna take a fight, try not to stand there for too long. Like, shoot a few shots and move on and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to be staying in the same spot shooting for too long, because realistically, people are vultures. They're just waiting for the opportune moment, essentially. Now, I'm getting to the point where I've only got 9% fuel, 40% condition on my car. I'm getting to the point where I need to kind of post up somewhere. Luckily, this is a pretty good safe zone to post up. There's a lot of tree cover and all that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna look for somewhere here. I think I might be able to take this rock. As you can see, that guy's been a vulture about things again. Gotta be very careful of that. So we're gonna try and get the pinch on this guy. Once again, we're in 3% fuel now, so it's kind of essential that I get out of this. That guy knows that I'm weak as well. Somebody is also just chilling. I'm gonna kill my engine. Okay, there's this guy right here. I can kind of use him as bait. I can use this guy as bait. Now that I know there's someone between me and them, essentially, I can bait this guy out a little bit. I need to get this guy's car. The car is his advantage. Now these guys they're definitely going to try and pinch. Can't fight him for too long because this guy will come in for the pinch. Now he's kind of backing off a little bit. I really have to wonder how many helmets does this guy have. Now this is kind of a little bit unfortunate here. Okay. Now it's a 1v1. So this guy's down here. I know where he is, he doesn't know where I am. He knows where I am now though. Who won? We traded. That is insane, bro. Oh my god, we traded. That has not happened to me for such a long time, dude. That is insane. He shot a shotgun blast as I was spraying him down with an MP7. That's incredible. That guy cold rushed me at the end. That is unreal. We're going to open our victory crate, so if you guys don't know, whenever you win a match, you get a victory crate. And every time you level up, you get 2 victory crates in H1Z1. So I think it'll be a similar system on PS4. But just a few more tips for the end of the game, guys. You just gotta be very aware of your surroundings. You gotta try and account for every single person that's alive. Try to, you know, account for who's alive. Try to make sure that you know what's going on and know where your enemies are likely to be at. Don't stand still for too long. If you're gonna try and take a stab at somebody, you know, don't stand there for too long and get pinched. Because as you can see, that guy with the cop car was really trying to pinch me. He wasn't trying to, you know, open an engaged fight in the middle of the safe zone. He was trying to come in from the outskirts of the safe zone and kind of, you know, get the jump on one of us who were mid-fight and kind of play clean-up crew. So it's definitely a good idea to try and play clean-up crew on people. If you guys get nervous at the end of games, my recommendation is to, whenever you're like in a top 5 or whenever you start to feel your heart racing and you're like getting like a big adrenaline rush, literally hold your breath for like 10 seconds and then breathe out. Hold your breath for like 10 seconds, breathe out. Slow down your heart rate, make sure that you're, you know, not getting too nervous and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, just believe in yourself and believe that you can win. Having a belief in yourself and believing that you can win is honestly the best thing you can do to win anything. So just believe in yourself, guys. You can do it. Just try to keep your heart rate down and try not to get too panicky. A red hockey mask. So yeah, I'll just show you guys this really quick. So whenever you get your skins, it goes into your customize menu. As you guys can see, I've got duplicates. So you can scrap them for 5 scrap, or like, depending on how rare they are, you can basically, you know, go into the scrapyard. So I'm just going to do 1 scrapyard. As you can see, I've got 11,200 scrap. So I want to make a complete video about scrapyard at some point whenever they update it. Where was it? Marketplace, right? Scrapyard. Let's do like a couple. Alright, so as you can see, you can kind of scrap your old skins and use this, and it gives you like a list of stuff that you can potentially get. But that's basically it, guys. Those are my tips for, you know, about cars and H1Z1. Those are my tips about, you know, obviously how you guys can hopefully win your matches, you know, stay calm, just believe in yourself, take deep breaths whenever your heart starts racing and you start sweating and palm sweating, and just believe in yourself, you know, ride the circle at the end, try to get in as much information as you possibly can. If you hide inside a building, you're getting absolutely no information, so it's, you know, impossible for you to win if you don't know where people are. Well, it's not impossible, but it's really hard for you to win if you don't know where people are. So staying out and about and in the open and going around and getting as much information as you can as to the whereabouts of your opponents and all that kind of stuff will definitely help you guys a lot in winning. And honestly, if you guys, you know, are just trying to win, you could play the game like I played it. Just kind of, you know, drive around the edge of the map, just come in with a circle, avoid fights, keep your car in good condition, and then, you know, try and stay calm at the end, try and stick to the outskirts. Try to do what that guy with the cop car was doing and try to, like, engage on people who are mid-gunfight, shoot people in the back, all that kind of stuff. Try to bring some throwables with you, like grenades and molotovs and gas grenades, so you can throw them at people behind trees. Like I said, even bringing the Magnum and, you know, leaving people without a car is going to help you a lot. And like I said, as you've seen earlier, it did scare that guy off quite a bit, so I definitely recommend that. As always, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like on the video. If you really enjoyed it, please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and you know what to do with that notification bell. Press that notification bell, turn it on, and hopefully I'll catch you guys for a live stream pretty soon. But that's it for me, guys. This has been King Plays. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck and peace out.
Drop it. It's okay to say that we expect. It's Hoodie Allen. What up, Marina? You know how we do. They telling me to take the safe route. This is the detour. Hoodie, baby, you ain't seen a kid like this.